about to get juicy.
Welcome to Bryan's Burger World.
Pack your bags, burger lovers. We're going to Tinseltown, Los Angeles, California. But before I catch my big break in La La Land, I'm going to hook up with my brother, the West Coast Burger King and fellow George Motz disciple, Alvin Cailan.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Alvin Cailan,
owner of Amboy Delicious Hamburgers, home of the epic DH Burger. This episode has it all. Delicious burgers, celebrity sightings, and a burger build that will push Chef Gavin to his limits.
This is the biggest burger I've ever made.
Honestly, you could even do a little more. We're going West Side coming up.
I hear in LA that the burgers are so good that people want to take pictures with them. But what would you call that? A selfie?
And we're here on Hollywood Boulevard. We're gonna ask some people some questions. Let's go. Where are you from, man?
I'm from New Orleans.
Melbourne, Australia.
Do they have hamburgers in Australia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course they do.
How you guys doing? You guys want to talk about hamburgers? Mickey, want some burgers? Let's play a game of this or that, right? Hamburger or pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza.
That's incorrect.
Pizza.
I prefer pizza.
Incorrect.
Hamburger.
Hamburger, dude.
Hamburger. Hamburger. Hamburger.
Hamburguesa?
Hamburger, for sure.
That's correct.
Is that a real hamburger?
It's a real hamburger. Last question. What's your favorite hamburger in the whole world?
The double David.
From Wendy's.
Yeah.
I think Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A don't sell hamburgers.
Chick-fil-A doesn't have a hamburger? Yeah. The Incredibles are never going to be the same to me. Ever.
Ooh, it's called a Sloppy Joe.
McDonald's. Homemade.
What's the name of that place?
In-N-Out, Fat Burger.
Fat Burger.
Love me some Fat Burger.
Whataburger.
Oh, are you from Texas?
No. Shake Shack.
Or the Marathon Burger. You know,
Oh, the Marathon Burger. Is Leonardo DiCaprio over there? No, that's not Leo. Sorry. I'm on Leo watch. I'm going to ask you 3 burgers. 3 questions, right? Hamburger or pizza? well done. I believe, correct. Man, we're here on Hollywood Boulevard, and the things that you see, all these celebrities, you see tourists everywhere. Spider-Man just walked by. He's got a fanny pack. You don't see that in Ohio. Fat Burger. You guys got to come see this. Look at this view. Look at this view. No, what are you doing, man? It's over here. Window burger. Tommy's right behind me. We're going to eat our way through the city. Original Tommy's chili cheeseburger. Smile for the camera. It's so messy and good. Burger, hamburger, cheeseburger, red relish. This is amazing. What are you guys selling here? Is there any spot around here with a good hamburger? Hey, what's up, there he is. Dude, it's so good seeing him, my man. How's everything? And we're here at Amboy in Chinatown in Los Angeles with my man, Chef Alvin Cailan.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Alvin Cailan of The Burger Show.
Burger Show. Burger Show.
The Burger Show.
Burger Show, baby.
Awesome.
Beast mode. Marshall into the house, everybody. Let's go.
12,000 burgers.
Alvin, that's a beautiful burger.
Amboy is his place. He put this place on the map. Last episode, we made a burger with the James Beard Award winner. This time, we pulled in somebody who used to work at a little place called the French Laundry and is making burgers. So actually, when we're at Hamburger America, your picture's on the wall.
I love it.
George Motz.
Yeah.
Alvin, we're coming to see you, brother. We're coming to Los Angeles. And we're gonna eat hamburgers.
George Motz changed my entire outlook on why we make burgers. That's what I love about traveling through the country, and that's why I love what we do as burger people, like a true burger person, is that you're finding the reason why you do what you do. If I may, the burger is the first thing we become connoisseurs of. I remember being 7 years old, walking up to the local burger joint, and I would say, no onions, 7 years old. And then now we have kids here going, I don't like pickles. I don't want cheese. And I'm like, oh, you're so opinionated about what you want to eat.
Yeah.
Everyone's a burger expert.
And it's almost like that one semblance of your childhood that you can still reach out and touch and hold, and there's like comfort there. It's beautiful.
Burgers are what you feel.
Yeah.
It's a mood ring.
The name Amboy itself, right?
Yeah.
Talk about that, because that's
Right.
that's straight from the heart.
Right, Amboy is what my grandmother used to call me. And it wasn't necessarily a nice thing. She was like a social Filipina in Manila. So when I would come and visit her and I would speak in American slang and I would like butcher Tagalog, the language of the Philippines, she'd be like, oh, that's my grandson, he's an Amboy. I never thought it was a bad thing. So like I would come back to America and I'm like, I'm an Amboy, you know? So later on I realized like, oh, that's kind of like their way of saying it, like an excuse of like, oh, please forgive him.
Forgive him.
He's American. But then I realized, like when I was in culinary school and when I started cooking, you know, at really great restaurants, I am embracing that.
So I've seen lots of your burgers. This is the fancy one, yeah?
It's called the DH,
Yeah.
the deluxe hamburger. If you're a Burger Show fan,
Yeah.
you know what the DH means. You know, this is a Burger Man's burger, so I'm excited for you to try it.
Saddle up, partner.
Let's do it.
All right, we're back here in the kitchen at Amboy with Chef Rhea. All right, talk to me about this burger. We've done a lot of burgers so far. This is definitely the biggest patty that I've seen.
So we get the pan ripping hot, and then we salt liberally just because this is such a big patty.
So all over, like, crust, the Maillard reaction, that's all coming straight. I wondered how you did it. I don't know if you hit it on a flat top. No, you're straight, basically deep frying this bad boy.
Yeah, we treat it kind of like a steak, essentially. And then we baste it in the garlic oil so it develops that, like, nice crust.
Let's say pick-up time on this one.
I'd say it's a good 15 minutes for a mid-rare.
So for authenticity, this is Alvin's recipe on this bun.
Our provolone cheese for
2
the
slices
fancy.
of provolone.
Yep.
I have to work with our chef back in Ohio on how to successfully recreate this, and details are not my strong suit. Can I try one of those pickles?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Dill.
Our caramelized onions here.
Those are super caramelized.
Yeah, and that's our DH.
Big thanks to Chef Rhea running the kitchen here at Amboy. We're gonna take this out front and eat this delicious hamburger.
This is a 10 ounce.
That's a big dude.
So we get dry aged trim from the steaks that we cut out, and then we also dry age whole briskets, and then we mix it with chuck, and that's all certified Angus
So it's
beef.
basically like a dry brisket chuck blend. One of the most surreal events of my life was when I got to judge the LA Food and Wine.
Yeah, dude, that was fun,
And
right?
I'm wedged in between like Tiffany Amber Thiessen and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's like 1,000 people there, and everybody is like, who the hell is that guy? And in the back of my mind, I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
This is the guy who sponsored all the beef that we all made.
This was formative in my burger life. It was like all of a sudden, like I've never heard anybody describe it of like when you bite into a burger, the bun deflate.
I have to explain it.
Yeah.
A bun has to hug the burger. Oh, there it is. The star is the beef. Here at Amboy, it's about the beef. How many burgers do you think you've eaten in the last 6 months?
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
easily.
Same here.
You've got that like, what is it in Scarface? Like, don't get high on your own supply,
Yeah.
right? Like, I would just be in the back of your restaurant with like grinds all over my mouth in the chair. Dude, this has been incredible.
My guy.
Thank you so much.
We gotta go get a burger together. Not in California though. I miss the galley boy. I miss all that stuff. Yeah, you need to go.
We're back here in the Certified Angus Beef Culinary Center. It's time to recreate the famous DH burger. I'll let you decide what DH stands for. Chef, you know about the DH burger, yeah? It's got a little history.
Yeah, I've heard about the DH burger, met Alvin a few times. It's gonna be an interesting build. So we'll start. Certified Angus beef, ground beef, 80-20 blend. Now this is a big patty, it's 10 ounces.
It's like a steak.
Yeah, this is a lot. This is the biggest burger I've ever made. To kind of mimic the dry age, right? We're just using traditional ground beef that you can get at the grocery store. But I wanted to lean into that dry age, so I'm using the secret ingredient is liquid shio-koji. Basically, it's an enzyme that helps accelerate the aging process. This is what you use to make sake, miso. You can buy it online, Asian markets. All I did was I coated this patty, rubbed it all over in this liquid shio-koji, put it on a rack over a sheet pan, let it sit in the refrigerator all night uncovered to kind of age it a little bit, dry it out, and mimic dry age because we don't have the dry aged beef. This is the easiest way to get somewhere close to that. You said a lot of salt, just tell me when.
Keep going. You know, when you look at the Morton Salt Girl, keep going. This is the reason that she holds an umbrella. But keep going, keep going. We want more salt than that. That is a 10-ounce patty. That is damn near a roast. It's huge. Who has a 10-ounce patty? Alvin Cailan does. That's it.
All right, I don't feel comfortable anymore. All right, let's get this into a pan. Shallow fry it in garlic oil.
I want to be shallow fried in garlic oil.
Right, now we're gonna baste. Yeah. Now we're cooking it like a steak. Now I heard David Chang talk about basting. And he said, when you baste, have proper form. Don't hold your spoon like a child eating cereal, right?
So if you are a child eating cereal, you can't make this burger, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it'd be a little difficult for you. Now, did you say that Alvin hit the sides of the burger a little bit too?
Yeah. What I do know is Alvin Cailan has never steered me wrong before, so why would he now? 2 slices.
2 slices.
All right, we've got our burger in the oven. Chef, what's next?
We're gonna get the bun toasting. Now, for this bun, I could not find a bun that's nearly as sesame seeded as what Alvin does. So I actually took a plain bun, brushed it with some egg wash. So just beaten egg, brush it over top, and then just doused it in sesame seeds. And then I put it in the oven at 450 degrees for like 3 minutes. And that's kind of the replication of the bun that they use.
So the thing about this burger, because it's so big, I'd highly recommend using a meat thermometer on this to know what you're doing inside. You gotta treat this like a steak. It's not like, I mean, it's a burger, but it's the size of a steak. So make sure you know what you're dealing with temperature-wise inside.
Confit garlic aioli, and then next,
Dill.
pickles, and to make it bougie.
You got
Tweezers.
the tweezers.
I got the tweezers. Patty. Caramelized onions are delicious. Sauce on the top.
Excuse me while I unhinge my jaw.
Fantastic.
How good that is. Covered in meat juice and aioli. I love it. Honestly, you could even do a little more sauce and a little more salt on this thing. Chef, 10 out of 10. Crushed
All right,
it, dude.
thank you.
Well done.
Comment below how many ounces of beef you think Bryan can polish off in a day.
Sounds like a challenge. Special thanks to our pal Alvin Cailan and the crew at Amboy. Next up, we're staying in Los Angeles, going from Amboy to the Big Boy. We're going to visit one of the most important hamburger restaurants in history coming up on Bryan's Burger World.